Hello there. Welcome to the stream. It is Monday, August 21st. How you doing today? Doing good, doing great, ready to learn, ready to grow? I sure hope so. Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. I survived the so-called hurricane, which went into a tropical storm, which then pretty much just went to rain, heavy rain for 24 hours, which is good. It's good. I thought that may be the case, but preparation is always good, right? We've got to fortify our place. Hey Davey, great to have you here. Welcome. Yep, I stayed safe and dry. It was just rain. Didn't even get the wind. I was expecting just like strong winds and rain, but just got the rain. But it rained for like 24 hours. Which meant I couldn't go outside for a run. So I made up for it today and did a nice 4-mile run. And it was kind of cool because I run in the nature. So I go into the, I don't know what you'd call it, the hiking trails. So it had that kind of fresh coolness and the rain, post-rain smell as well, so that was really cool. But hopefully everyone in California stayed safe. Hey Linda, all the way in Denmark. Yeah, that was my Mr. Cuddles the cat. I don't know where he's gone now. Mr. C. Hey, welcome. Great to have you on the stream, my friend. Yeah, it wasn't so bad after all. And I'm on higher ground as well. I'm like 10 miles in and from the ocean, that is. In not so sunny San Diego today or weekend. But I was working, doing my coaching call with my peeps on Saturday and then some work. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I know a couple of people in Vegas. So I saw a couple of their posts. What I was actually doing on Saturday, I was watching on YouTube a live stream, just like this, but so much cooler than my streams, because it was one of those storm chasers. So he was out in Salton by the sea. It's not a sea, it just has lots of salt deposits. So I was just watching that while I was doing some work. But yeah, there was an earthquake as well in LA, right? I did not feel the earthquake down where I am. LA's drive with traffic out, without traffic, is like 2-3 hours. Did you feel it? I don't know if you're actually, are you closer to LA than me? Because you're up in a Sacramento-ish area. Hey, welcome. All the way from South Africa. Cape Town, a place I've never been. So is it Lizelle? Leroux? Is it Lizelle? Or Lizelle? If you've watched my streams, I'm not that good at pronunciations, but I tried to learn. Because I was calling Davy for a while until I actually followed up. Hey Eric, all the way on Facebook. Just by the way, if you're on Facebook, try to get to YouTube, because Facebook either mutes me on the live or on the replay. So it might suddenly just be it can be like that. Like that. I just got a reminder to be live. But I'm live, and the reminder was for 3 o'clock, and it's 3:06, 3:05. So I don't know what that's all about. That's right, I remember now. Get to youtube.com/JosepClough. Sounds like diesel, but with an L. Liesel. Would it be Liesel? And I presume it is Leroux. Because me being me, I'd probably go Leroux. I remember when I first came to California, you got like places like LA space JOLLA, and I'd say it's La Jolla, but it's La Jolla. So, oh good, I'll have to remember that. Got some light rain. Yeah, I got heavy rain, consistent rain, but that's it. Hey Angela, great to have you here. All the way in England. I love trying to remember where you're located. From towns to cities. Jasper's a cool name, isn't it? Yeah, I've got my cat, Mr. Cuddles. In my past relationship, I came last in that relationship. And, in other words, I was last person in the family unit. So, he was about probably 1 when I first met Mr. C. And he's a good, strong 9 now. Yeah, La Jolla. Double L though, double L. But I would have said La Jolla, being English and all. But great to have you here, Kevin. I've never seen The Sound of Music, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But I've got a reference point now, I can add that to my memory. Start is, well, it's to limit the external, of course, but stay with me, because on Wednesday I'll do a hypnosis session on this subject and add it. Just remind me. Very Californian. That's very Californian. Sweatshirt or a coat. I'd say a jumper, being from England, and a pair of shorts. But I did not. I don't think so. I didn't leave the house, so. My roles in the show in the local theatre presents A Sound of Music and changed the name to Presents a Pound of Music. Oh my goodness. So. Oh, if you didn't know. Breaking news. I survived a so-called hurricane, but that wasn't the breaking news. If you've got my app, download. If you haven't, download it, because I've added. I kind of let you know on Friday, I think, but for everyone else who doesn't remember, I added 4 new hypnosis sessions. For sleep ones. For ADHD, fear of success, guilt, healing, jealousy, public speaking, self-consciousness, self-sabotage, and social phobia. And today, and this weekend, I've been working on some more. So, by next week, we'll also have physical exercise, IBS, healthy eating, exam stress, binge drinking, and then in the future, I've got the grounds for a flying fear, gambling, general addiction, phobia, heights, interview nerves, learning and revision, OCD, paranoia, parenting, sports, and also I was going to do one on wedding day nerves. So watch out for those. You've got the ones already. I'm excited to release, though, these new ones. So watch out. Watch out. Yeah. Have I not done one, though? So if I were you, I'd have to think, actually. I've done one, but I would do one. Remind me, send me an email or something, and I'll do one. Because I'm always looking for new content, because I made a mistake. Nah, I didn't want that. Oh well. Other breaking news is we're kind of repeating a topic today, because I recognized only today that we did last week one about protecting our home, our mind. Music. And it's very similar. So I'm going to try and do something different. If not, you get it twice. Yeah, I'm not Californian. In that way, I can't wear flip-flops. I think the day I can do and wear flip-flops fluently, be coordinated, then I might get there. But I haven't worn flip-flops for probably over 2 years, and I live in California. But no, I'm not that Californian yet. It'd be shorts and t-shirt, or shorts and shirt of some sort. Yeah, it's a great request. Remind me, send an email. Just joseph@josephclough.com. Hey Med, great to have you here. Welcome all the way in London, Richmond, United Kingdom. Awesome. Nice. Love it. Yeah, it's crazy. 9 years ago. Sheesh, I've been doing this way too long. Way too long. When shall I stop? It is in Scotland. Whereabouts in Scotland? Great to have you here. Well, it's now 13 minutes past the hour for you. 13 minutes past the hour on the East Coast. 6 p.m. 30 minutes. There is nothing to fix, my good friend. Here's how to fix it. So, if, I'm presuming here, you've created a playlist, and then you've probably wanted to listen to it as you go to sleep or something, and you've gone onto airport mode. So what happens is, if you go on airport mode, you haven't buffered the subsequent tracks. So if you have a playlist, just make sure you go into the track and press the download button. When you press the download button for each one, it will then play through. Because otherwise, you're like pressing play, it's buffering. Now technically you could do buffer all of them if you wanted, but best just to download it. It's not too much data. But what's happening is you're pressing play, switching, I'm guessing here, into like airplane mode, and then because you're not connected to the internet, your not able to get the track. So quick fix, so I don't have to fix it. All you got to do yourself is download it. Yeah, 800 podcasts, but over 1,000 videos. For show. Well over. We'll check. Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't know. I don't even know how to check. 2.3 million downloads. If I go to my studio, does it tell me? No, I don't know, but it's more. It's like 1,000. Over 1,000, sorry. Last Saturdays, because you're in the cool kids club. That was I'd never done a process like that before. Well, I've done one like it, but in the morning I thought of a new idea of transformation, and I really liked it. You know, the future thing which came back to I liked it. They're great to have you here, you superstar, you mind master. Oh, that's very, very kind. Just a quick one, it's Mina. It's Mina. M-I-N-A. But easy. It's a mistake. Nice. Well, I will do that. I can do that. The Grim Grim is here. Hello, hello to you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we've got... Well, in the free section, we've got 800 and... There's going to be episode 858, so 857 episodes. Let alone all the hypnosis sessions. Or on YouTube, you've got them all there as well. But get the app. The app's better. Near Glasgow. Glasgow. I've never been. I've been to Edinburgh, which I loved. Been there a couple of times. That doesn't make sense. We haven't had that report before. I'm not on airport mode. I download all of them. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'll check it out. And feel free to send me an email as well, joseph@josephclough.com, and then I can look, because I've got an app team, not my team, but I hire a team. It will play the 4 hours, but stop, no matter which ones I choose. I've never had that report yet. I'll look into it. I want to fix that. Hey Michelle, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. If you're just putting on like the different focus, that means you're still connected, so it should work. I do apologize. That's all good. And I only do that because I make mistakes with your names most of the time. Nice, that's awesome. Thank you for doing so. Oh, okay. I was almost called Seth. Could you imagine I would be Seth Clough? Seth Clough. I wasn't almost, it was like a second, but my brother's called Luke, brother's Daniel, and then I was Joseph. I won't stop teaching, I don't think. Nice. Maybe go to settings and switch over on or off the cache. Maybe that would do it. You sent, but did you send me an email? Maybe it went to spam. Feel free just to put in your first couple of letters of your email and I can do a search, because it might have gone to spam. Me neither. Yeah, I like my name because it is my name. You don't want to watch TV most of the time anyway, right? We get so much spam emails, so it might be just highly... Okay, we're 20 minutes in. I can't stay too long after the stream because I have a meeting to go to. So I'll quickly put this one here first. May I suggest you don't have it on repeat? Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah, it could be an idea. I shouldn't though if it's in the play. I guess you go into the playlist and plays. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, if you just put a couple of letters of your email address, I can do a search for it after, like this evening or tomorrow, and try to find it, because we do reply to every email. It's funny. Yeah, we've had no reports on it, so I'll figure it out. Or I say I've pretty much told you my solution, and I don't think it worked. So we'll see. And make sure you've signed up for your, you can sign in now. So it almost creates a profile to save your playlist, because one of the other steps might be deleting and reinstalling the app. Sometimes it could be in a fresh install. Let me just go to restore purchases in the settings. I said Seth, but that's pretty much my name anyway. Joe Seth. So I pretty much got that name anyway. Just added a Joe to it. That's all good. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's what we do. That's what we do. But it's great to have you all here on the live. My goodness, we're building up to 27 people already. So let yourself be known. You don't have to lurk. You can lurk. Feel free to write a comment. And we will get to the show in a few moments. Nice, yeah. I appreciate you too for letting me know and for you being you. Yeah, I'm pretty busy. But busy's not so bad right now. But yeah, we go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. East Coast, 11 p.m. United Kingdom, and we start roughly about now or another 5 minutes or so. And on Mondays, which is today, is more motivational. On Wednesday is hypnosis, and we're going to use today's session as preparation for the hypnosis session. So this is called Fortify Your Mind, and we're going to do a Fortify Your Mind hypnosis session. And on top of that, if you're a member of the app, you'll also get a bonus sleep version, let alone all the 4-hour ones we've just released and the ones coming out. And I plan to be able to record some other things for you as well if you're a member or a subscriber type of thing. And that just means you get more, you support the app, Hey Ruby, all the way on LinkedIn, a newbie hypnotist here, loving your work. Well, thank you so much. I remember when I first, do you know how long ago that was for me? 22 years ago, I became a hypnotist. 22 years ago. And it's an exciting journey. If my advice were to be anything, as quickly as possible, get rid of the scripts. Have them nearby, but you don't need them. You're more than that. You're better than that. You got it. And also learn business. You can be the best hypnotist in the world, but if you don't reach out there to people, you're not going to do it. And there are people wanting you in their life. People are wanting you, just waiting for you to help them. But if they can't see you, then they can't get to you. So do as much as you can, business-wise as well, and it will pay back dividends. In fact, me learning business has allowed me to be able to do all the free work, because my business is the funder of the freeness. But I'm so happy for you. Such a great journey. I would need more information in a certain context. Like, is it your body's craving? Because it's like a low blood sugar? Because then that means we go a little bit kind of funny. I need a bit more context, I think, just so I can get it clear in my mind. But go to josephclough.info/ABC, and you can also suggest hypnosis session titles there as well. My assistant Sarah is storing them all up for me, so when I get a moment I can record them. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, I just need a bit more info. What's the outcome there? Oh, and I was just thinking, maybe we did reply to you. I don't reply to all emails, but maybe check your spam just in case. Maybe. And I'll check my spam. Okay, we should probably start. Awesome. Yeah, just in case, because you never know. They're very sensitive, those inboxes. Very sensitive. Episode 858 is on the way. Let's get to it. Quick hydration. And we're back to see what trouble we can get into. 857. 857. No, it's 858. 858. 858. And this will become the podcast episode on the app next week, I think. Oh, let's turn down the music as gently as possible. Wasn't that gentle? I wish I had a little dialer for that. Oh, I could. Let's just test. What if I just do this in the future? All this time, I could have just done that. I could be a DJ now. So we'll slowly turn this one down. That's what I'll do in the future. I have to remember that. And then get to it. Oh, I'm going to pre-plan everything today. Here, look at this. Ready, steady, let's go. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 858. And in today's episode, we're talking about fortifying your mind. I recognize and realize that last week's episode about protecting your home is very similar. So I'm going to try and put a little bit of a different spin on it. It was just, if you didn't know, you probably didn't know, but there was a potential hurricane going through near San Diego. So I was kind of preoccupied a little bit whilst trying to come up with ideas for the stream. And sometimes I forget. So in this episode, we are talking about fortifying our mind. And what do I mean by fortifying your mind? You've got to protect you, number one, right? You've got to protect this container. You've got to protect the sounds that you hear, the noise that you hear. There is so much noise than there ever has been in the whole history of the human race. When social media came out, it was such a good thing, and it still is a good thing. But on the same notion, it has consequence. Every time you pick up your device, you hear other people's opinions, whether they be good or bad or just indifferent. I don't really care about the quality of them right now. But we have to be consciously aware of this information which is coming into our brain through our five senses, because it's not just words. You reading information like scrolling, or listening to information like the news or social media opinions, you're taking that in and you're placing meaning upon it based on your own ideas. Now, if you don't feel good enough, for example, if you don't feel worthy and deserving, you're going to take that information through your five senses, where you read it, hear it, see it, whatever it is, and you're going to then start to connect it with your own perception. So therefore, if you don't feel worthy or good enough, it's going to make you more fearful. It's going to make you more anxious and worried. And after a while, sometimes they will become expectations. You will assume their expectations or society's expectations as that's what you should do. That's what you need to do. That's what you've got to do. You've got to be expected to be a certain way. Or sometimes we can fall into normalizing the issue. Now, I'm all for support groups. Number one, I want to say it very, very clearly. But I don't want us to always buy into the label as to that's who we are. Because if we've been told over and over again that you're going to be staying this way, that anxiety is normal, which to a degree it can be normal, but not if it's overwhelming, and you don't have to stay in that place. Your identity, as in the I am statement of I am not good enough, I am not worthy, I am not deserving, I am not capable, or external belief systems like money comes and goes, it's in scarcity, or all relationships are bad, or I can never get the job that I want, all of those things are just statements that we've been told over and over, or what we've assumed to be true, and therefore repeat that statement to ourselves continuously. It will cause us to take that on as our identity, but the truth of the matter is that's not who you are. That is your present situation. Get very, very clear on that. That's not who you are. You are so much more. It is just a learnt strategy. That's all it is. Now, that learnt strategy has had huge consequences. Huge. I mean, for some people, it could be things like IBS. For some people, it could be that scarcity which leads to debt. It could be that chronic fatigue. So I'm not downplaying the consequence of our issue. And that's why this episode is, to me, vitally important, because once you make that change, once you fortify your mind and make it stronger, you will start to recognize your worth. And on top of that, those symptoms, the scarcity, the physical, in my opinion, I'm no doctor, will have to, in my opinion, begin to diminish. They have to. because your body's falling back into alignment. If we think of, say, the word dis-ease, it's a dis-ease of the mind and body. If we think of disorder, there's a disorder in the mind and the body. So when we get to a place of resolution, when we start to protect ourselves and have that self-certainty in our own ability, we then go ahead and start to find a sense of wholeness. We get to find a sense of peace, and we don't even find it, we just uncover it. We begin to discover the peace that is always present. And what I mean by the peace is always present is beneath the surface there is peace. It's just been on this surface level, which feels like our identity, that we're not enough, we're not capable, we're not deserving. It feels like it because what we go through and those symptoms, the anxiety, the worry, feels real. But that's not who you are. That's what you are right now. That's all it is. Which is good news, because that means you are not broken, you're not unfixable. It means this is the present version of you. And that means when you start to fortify your mind by making the external noise to go, hey, that's your opinion and that's okay. That's your expectation and that's okay. But that opinion and expectation upon me doesn't have to be my reality. It doesn't have to be my business. Even if there is a racket going on in the media, sometimes we've got to just turn it down. Sometimes we need to go on a bit of a detox. It is hard, but then usually the first thing we do is we go to our device and get onto some form of social media or news, and it sets your neurology to go mental. Like you are in this fear-based anticipation and anxious neurological pattern as soon as you wake up. I remember years ago, I used to have the Sky News app on my phone, and one of the first things I always used to do was open it. And I noticed my state beginning to change. I began to expect bad news. Now, if I keep expecting bad news, I'm going to look for more of it. So in the end, I just deleted the app. I just deleted it. It wasn't going to affect me. And sometimes I feel a little bit bad about saying this because I don't want to come across as uncaring, but I cannot personally, I'm very in touch with my feelings, and I have to, and I'm empathetic, I can't say the word, you know the word I mean. Empathy, that's why I do what I do. I like helping people. I like to get people out of pain. I work with a ton of issues. I work with people like every day who have been through horrendous pasts, like big significant emotional events, and there's only so much bandwidth that I can have doing the work that I do, and I manage it very, very well, so that it causes me to grow and feel more energized, because at the end of the day, I've got to be in the state that I want them to be in. I can't match their state of being if I want to be able to change it. I've got to understand it, but I've got to get out of it. Adding external pressures like anxiety of the news or the events around the world, which right now I cannot change, is not doing the event any justice. I'm not saying to ignore it, but we have to still protect ourselves because we only have so much bandwidth that we can take. And I'm not saying that in a way which is limiting. It's just your neurology. It's just your neurology. The analogy I've always thought of is like, imagine waking up and suddenly going on one of those real fast merry-go-rounds, like it goes, you know, ones you find at like a kid's park, and you just kind of keep on pushing it faster and faster and faster. Imagine waking up and suddenly trying to get on that. You are not going to be able to get on it. You're going to get flown off. If not, you're holding on to your life, just trying to stay on that merry-go-round. It's not going to happen. You've got to fortify your mind by preparing it in the right way as you get up in the morning. You've got to decide that you must come first before you engage with other people's issues. I make it a personal decision to never check my email in the morning. or maybe later on in the morning, but absolutely when I wake up, I'm not checking the email. What I do check most of the time, I'll tell you, to be honest, is my bank account, and I also check about the business growth, because that's what I care about, because that means I'm helping more people if I can put my attention there, and it's more positive in that way. Like, I know that I'm going where I want to be, and also I'm doing like creating my day process where I'm connecting with myself before I engage in other people. So there's a little ritual that I do in the morning, but by doing that, then I can serve people in a way that I would like to serve them. And the reason why I say that to you is that if you go to the news, your neurology is going to be just in this crazy state that you'll be out of control. So fortify your mind by preparing, anticipating your own success in the morning. How do you want to feel? How do you want to enter your day? How do you want to create your day? Because there are processes which you can do that, because wherever your mind goes, your body goes there. So if you're focusing on, for example, just a quick one, gratitude in the morning. Gratitude for what you have, for who you are, qualities-wise. It could be a tricky one, but think of what other people think of you, who love you. And then the gratitude for what is coming my way in the day. Now, if I have that, I am protected. I'm protecting my energy, and therefore I can deal with that external noise. Sometimes I need to quit it, not go on the app, delete the app. Sometimes I can go there, but I'm in a peak state, looking after my neurology. And then that gives me a frame of reference that I just know that these are just opinions. They don't have to be my opinions. And the interesting thing about social media and the news, we only hear the loudest people. Does that make sense? Most people are getting on with their day. So the opinions that you hear on the news could either be bought for, it could be geared toward a certain agendas, because it's like putting us in a state of fear to buy more things. Because where we are in a state of fear, we're in scarcity, and therefore we need to buy things, and that's great for the advertisers. I'm not saying that's a conspiracy. I just know there's a bit of truth in that. That the heightened state we go into scarcity, we want to be able to buy things or fulfill things because we feel that scarcity from within. And on top of that, other people's opinions, that's all we hear, the loudest people. It doesn't mean it's for everyone. You've got to protect your own opinion. Don't have to shout it out or anything like that, but you've got to understand who you are. What are your needs? What are your desires? How do you want to feel today? How do you want to step into the world? What kind of things do you want to do to make an impact? Whether it be an impact for yourself or impact for others. I like to think we should be doing good for self, good to others, good for the world, because that's ecology. But that starts with the good to self first. You cannot just help other people. You can't just do good for the world, because you're not going to be in the right place. If you look after your own self first, your own oxygen, your own beingness, your own emotions, your thoughts, you are fortifying this strength. And it takes time. Don't give up on that. Set up your day the way you want it to be. Focus on your own needs first. Before you enter the world, we're just going 100 miles an hour with all the noise. We haven't been built for all the social stuff yet. This is a new experiment, really. I know we've had it for a couple of decades or so, but our brains, I don't know how wired they're wired up or used to that information to process it. I don't think our brains are quite right there yet. May take some time to deal with all this noise and opinions and expectations. We just haven't been built for that yet. So it's important to protect your thoughts before you engage in other people's thoughts and opinions. It's important to protect and fortify what you want out from the day in a loving way, of course. It's not like just about you, but like I said, good for self, good for others, good for the world. When you protect yourself first, when you fortify your mind and body, you can go into the day with self-certainty, even in the challenge. That's fun. Challenges are good. But you get to go into that situation with a level of strength that you may not have had if your neurology has been fired off way too quickly because you've been in this peaceful state, hopefully, a deep sleep, and you awaken, to suddenly switch from that state to this heightened energy, it's just not gonna work. You're gonna be stressed, and then you're gonna train your body to keep on being stressed in the morning, and then you get stressed about being stressed, and then you get that stressed about being stressed of expecting more stress, and then you get the anxiety, and then you're thinking of, what if this happens to me? What if that happens? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if I'm gonna get found out? What if what people are gonna think of me? I'm gonna fear success. I'm gonna fear failure. I'm operating on fear. I'm fueling fear. It's just not going to be good for us. So decide and declare you're going to protect yourself. Maybe, for example, this is a sale, so to speak, but on my app, you can listen to a morning meditation. That's a create your day process. Listen to that in the morning. It's gearing up your conscious and your unconscious mind to be aligned of how you want to be in the day. Or, like I said, you could do gratitude journals. I didn't say journals necessarily, but you could write down gratitude for what you have, for who you are, and what is coming your way. You could play inspirational music. You play meditation music. You can have a nice little ritual, making a cup of tea or something like that, or a coffee. You can do all these things before you engage into the world. That's going to fortify your strength and allow you to go throughout the day. Of course, you want to be working on yourself, like if there is that core limiting belief of maybe what you expect of yourself, like I'm not good enough, and well, yeah, do that. Get the help with that, whether it be through my work, my custom program, or other people's work, other people's books or podcasts and things. Just keep doing that. But in the beginning, break the chain, break the record of engaging into fear or anxiety or noise or opinions as soon as you wake up. It will change your whole day. And then it will change your whole week, your month, your year, that new consistency. I promise you, I do not look at any news when I wake up in the morning. I don't think I even check in any news. Maybe if there is something on like Facebook or Instagram or something, but to be honest, I don't engage much on those feeds because I kind of don't set it up on the platform that I don't get to see them. So that means my opinions are not in their opinions. I'm not carrying out other people's stories. I'm not taking those narratives, whether they be real or not, to make them my own in fear. It's not going to allow me to help more people, which is what I want to be doing in my life. I want to help people, and I cannot help people. And when I say help people, for you, it could be your family. It could be helping yourself in the work, which helps others, whether it be your colleagues, employees, or the customers that you serve. It could be serving your partner. You being healthier and happier because you are fortifying your mind when you start your day is going to change your relationship. And I'll tell you exactly why for that point. Let's just say you go throughout your day, and also we wake up, we engage in stress of some sort, noise, opinions, other people's business, other people's dramas, all of those things. You feel that stress, you go to work, for example, and because you're stressed or you're kind of out of sorts and you're engaged and you're thinking of all these self-limiting thoughts, you don't have a good day. If you then open your front door after work, who is the first person you're more likely to see? Now, whether they come later to your home, well, the first person you're going to see is when they walk through the door. Either way, it works the same. You are going to see that person, and because you're in a neurological state of stress of some sort, you're bringing all that stuff from your day, you neurologically associate that person with stress. Most relationships aren't not working for any reason other than, well, not maybe most, but a lot of them, is because we've been neurologically associated to project stress in their association. I'll tell you another example of interesting one. What can happen with therapists? You see, if someone who is seeing someone in as a client, let's just say, if that therapist helps that client, and they process that and they feel better and they're always looking at the therapist, it can engage good associations. And there's been unhealthy consequences of that, where the patient falls in love with the therapist, for example, because they've just all this neuroassociation. So it works both ways. So if you want to be able to fall in love again with your partner, or to build that up again, be in a positive state, not bring all that stress and strain into the situation from other things. So you setting up your day and then not being a part of other people's noise, or switching it off as much as possible, it means when you go back to your home and then see your partner, or your kids for that matter, you're not bringing in and projecting that stress onto your children or onto your pet or onto your partner, and instead you're engaging with them with so much more clarity. Remember, this all neuroassociation. Whatever you feel and then you see or observe, you will then create an energetic tie. And another example was like Pavlov dogs, right? So in that example, you'd ring the bell, feed the dog, ring the bell, feed the dog. And after a while, when you ring the bell, the dog will biologically start to savulate because it's been trained. And it's the exact same thing what's happening. If we're training ourselves to be stressed and then also projecting even that stress onto other people, we're associating to it. But if you start to fortify your noise, fortify your mind to be able to then diminish the noise as you wake up in the morning, become certain in yourself, in who you are and how you want to be in the day. If you need help, listen to the app, the morning meditations. That's what it's designed for, or any other thing, like I said, the gratitude. And that's going to start to build the muscle, the strength to be able to go through your day so much easier. Like I said, disclaimer, a little bit, work on your core issue along throughout, because that's one of the most important things. Get the help to solve it. Get out your own way because it's hidden. Do whatever you can to let that go. Work with someone who you resonate to let that go if need be. But apply this, and it's going to allow you to go throughout your day with like half a stress. Like if that one thing I just said, reduce stress by 50%, would it be worth doing it for 10 minutes? I'm going to guess yes. If it only reduced it by 25%, you're probably going to say, I'm going to probably do it. Because it means your physiological body is going to be a place of whole. It's going to be that order. It's going to be in that ease. You're not going to be conflicted. You're not going to be out of order. You'll be aligned and congruent to go throughout your day. So whatever it is for you, find that morning routine without engaging with any of the external world. You just don't want to do that. You don't want to engage before you start to engage with your heart, your mind, your unconscious mind, your best friend, before you start to get out there in the real world. That means you can go out and do what has to be done in the most powerful way as possible. So I hope you got value from this episode, and yeah, just go ahead, apply it, see what happens. I look forward to speaking to you on the next episode. And by the way, before you go, this is important. The next episode is going to be a hypnosis session around this. It's going to be not necessarily about the routine, but it's going to be about how to get that mental strength to fortify your mind. And we'll probably include a little bit, but also if you're a part of the app, if you're a subscriber of the app even, you're going to get the nighttime version. And also, just before you go, check out the 4-hour sleep hypnosis section right now, because we've now released an ADHD title, a 4-hour one of that, a 4-hour fear of success, a 4-hour guilt release, 4-hour healing, 4-hour public speaking, 4-hour self-consciousness, 4-hour self-sabotage, 4-hour social phobia. And on top of that, in the next week or so, I'm also releasing one for physical exercise, one for IBS, one for healthy eating, one for exam stress, one for binge drinking, for OCD. Like, I'm just trying to get a lot of 4-hour hypnosis sessions, so you listen to it as you go to sleep, and that way you get to transform while you sleep and then start to apply exactly what I said in this episode. So go to freehypnosis.app in order to download it. if you're a member already, just go to the long sleep section, and you'll be able to find them all there. So that's freehypnosis.app, and if you're enjoying it, please leave a review. It means we help others, help others, and help others, and help others. Your words make a huge difference. So thank you ever so much, and I'll speak to you on a future episode. Many thanks, and goodbye. Yeah, I faded it out all by myself. And now I'm bringing this one in all by myself. I saw Rosa is here, hopefully still here. Great to have you. Saw you when I was speaking there. Yeah. The first thing I actually do is I check my bank account when I wake up in the morning. First thing I do. And then I go into my another app which shows me about my app, like how many downloads we're getting. And that is true. And you can set your alarm to music if you use like those listening devices or your phone, Reb. That reminds me, I was trying to think of something. Nice. Yep, that's true. Definitely true. What you can do, you print out or like a screenshot of your bank account, add a couple of zeros, get that in your mind, go, that's where I'm heading, that's what I'm doing. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Retirement is on the way still, right? Yes. Well, thank you, by the way, but yeah, do not. I have not watched the news. I watched it briefly this weekend on YouTube because there was a potential hurricane. Other than that, I don't think I've watched the news, like Sky News or any other news stations, for I cannot remember. But if I need to know something about, and even then I downloaded a different app which is like a hurricane tracker, so I could just check it myself when I wanted to. Most welcome. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. There's no greater, or there's probably many greater feelings, but there's a great up there feeling being out of debt. Because there's been times when I've been like 40 grand in debt because I've been like investing in stuff or my personal development. But I know it's, for me, it's good because I know it's going to better me to be able to get it back and more. Shush, don't give out the secrets. That's awesome about the new home. Oh, hey, great to see you, Lynn. That's very, very kind of you. Welcome to the live stream. Another superstar in the chat. Bit of a cliffhanger there again. Oh, here we go. I'd listen to the pain management one, will help if you haven't. And the 4-hour healing one just released on the app will do really, really well. Listen as you go to sleep. But then just realize, because I know just from my personal injuries I get from time to time from running, or like sometimes I've had a bad back in the past. I just know, although it's a bit annoying, I go, it's okay, I'm not gonna do what I want to do today. And I wonder what else I can do which has a similar things, as close to it as possible anyway, because I know like guitar is very important to you, that I can do which isn't the guitar but still activates some of those feelings, and be at peace that you'll be able to get there again. Because like I said, I get foot injuries and back injuries from time to time. So I just try to get at peace, but right now I've got to find something else. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, they gotta do it on their own time. Oh, I've got the energy one that could do good as well. Thank you, Charles. Sebastian isn't with me at the moment, but Mr. C is. Yes, the 4-hour one. Yeah. Do I have a 4-hour pain management? I don't know. I might do. But if not that, the sleep version of it. Yes, thank you, Nicole. Most welcome. And there we go, we got to the end of the comments, I think. It is 4:01 p.m. my time, so we made it past the hour, which is good. I've got a quick question for you. So, there's nothing about personal development. I purchased a while back a hummingbird feeder. And it's really good. But I've noticed, I'm looking at it right now, I can see all the little hummingbirds kind of flying around. And it's attracting either like a wasp or a bee. I can never tell the difference. I thought bees were big and wasps were small. But what's the best way to send them away and just keep the hummingbirds? Yeah, me too. That's why I got them. I got it from Mr. C, to be honest. But I like to look at them as well. Because Mr. C, the cat, likes to look at them. But I can looking right now, there's a wasp flying around and it's making the hummingbird kind of go back and forth, and I don't want any injuries. And I don't want to harm the wasp or the bee either. But I wonder if there's something. I can do. Great to have you, Michelle. Oh, you have a wonderful rest of your day. I know you do night shifts sometimes, so have a good rest of the work day if you are. I sure will look after myself, thank you. But staying with anyone in LA? Joe's lets me. I don't go up to LA though. I appreciate it. I just don't go up to LA. I don't like driving through traffic. But I go sometimes. Rarely. I can see Mr. C making his little noises now. For fit over, so mine, so it's red, right? And then the little flower things are yellow. Does that mean I need another protector within the whole of that yellow pretend flower? Ah, they're all good. But they've got pointy beaks though, right? Well, that would be a lot better. But yeah, I've got to figure out a solution. Because I've cleaned out the hummingbird so there's no like kind of sugary stuff on the outside. It's not leaking, but it's attracted one or two, and it's kind of scaring off the hummingbirds. And if I wanted a bee feeder or a wasp feeder, I'd have got one. But I bought a hummingbird feeder, so ideally I want the hummingbirds. Awesome. Can I just get those? I appreciate that, Lynn. So yeah, email me if you can. But I guess I can just search bee guards on Amazon. So yeah, bee guards. I'll type that in right now. Bee guards. Ah, I see them. Oh, they're replacement caps, right? Or I see one replacement caps. Thank you for that. That might be the solution I'm after. Awesome. So that was my dilemma. Yeah, so as soon as I put that in on Amazon, they're all pictures of hummingbirds, but they say bee things, so I'll definitely find the right one. So it says like, yeah, they're all with pictures of hummingbirds. It's like a nectar guard tip for bees. I don't know, but ever since it bit me, I feel a little bit funny. But thank you so much. I had a bat. It bit me. And I'm feeling a little bit funny. I'll show you a picture of it. I showed a picture on the stream. A little baby bat. He was called Bertie in the end. Bertie Bat. That's what I've read. That's what I've read. As in, read online. So, I'll look for the maybe red caps, maybe. It was a short one, but that is true. I'm joking. I was trying to go down like, I know Batman wasn't, or a vampire by it. I was trying to go down that route. Not the nightmare of some disease being spread. But no, I phoned up the appropriate people and said, I don't know what to do. I don't know if they need protecting, like rehomed. And they said they'll get onto it. And last time, I said I couldn't open the door because I was going live. But then I looked and it had gone. Red ribbon as well. Okay. I'll probably do the feeders first, and then I'll buy the red ribbons after, because I don't have any red ribbons. No. So what it was is some people, not some, a couple of people, one or two people said I sound like a vampire on the hypnosis. So it so happened that then there was a bat outside, and then I was like, well, if I got bit, then I'd become a vampire, and then I'd fulfill the comment section that I am a vampire. I never watched that one. I heard bad reviews about... Is that the same one? Or, because it's not Morpheus from The Matrix, right? It's the other one, right? With Jared Leto. But yeah. That's what I meant about being bitten by a bat so I could be a vampire. Because people have said I sound like a vampire. And I'm in the dark all the time. I guess. Anyway, with that, the sun is going down, so we'll be allowed to go out the house soon. So I better go and prepare for dusk. You are most welcome. Thank you for being here. And yes, I hear he's very weird. Have you heard that? He was great in the movie Dallas Buyers Club. You are more than welcome. Yep, it's getting dark. I'm allowed to leave. Why do you think I do sleep hypnosis sessions? More people remain asleep. What time is dusk? I don't know. Actually, it's way later than this. It's probably going to be about... It's just a dark, cloudy day, so it's going to be earlier today, I guess. But that's like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Thank you very much. Oh dear. Well, you get the replay. We're just about to finish. Who knows? It might take you to another stream. At this point, who knows? Like it's about 7, 8 o'clock. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much. Yes, the replays will be there. I'm going to not have time to edit the timestamps because I've got to go to a meeting, which is very soon. So I'll speak to you all then. Oh, not then. Wednesday for a live stream. Oh, did you? Well, we'll see what happens on this one. So I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button if you haven't. Many thanks and goodbye.